Welcome to the Catamount Football Show with Coach Kit Carpenter. I'm Bill Mayo, and this week we'll take a look back at last week's game with Alexander and also the upcoming contest with the Douglas County Tigers. So stay right here, back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
Direct Packaging is your complete one-stop packaging supplier of choice. In addition to being the largest in-stock packaging and adhesive supplier in North Georgia, Direct Packaging also manufactures boxes while adhering to the same service standards our customers have come to expect. With over 170,000 square feet of packaging and specialty films, boxes, and adhesives, we are the leader for packaging supplies. Direct Packaging is committed to our customers. We have a dedicated fleet ready to serve you. We pride ourselves in being able to deliver upon receipt in a 60-mile radius within a 4-hour window. Our friendly staff is very knowledgeable and willing to help in any way that we can. With years of experience in the packaging industry, we can find the right product that suits your packaging needs. Direct Packaging also believes in supporting our community. We proudly serve by giving back to local organizations that make the Dalton area such a great place to live. Proud of the work we do, dedicated to the customers we serve. Direct Packaging, your largest single-source packaging distributor manufacturer in North Georgia. Contact us today.
Industrial sales after hours service. This is Raymond. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, sure can. We can meet you in about 15 minutes. Does that work? Hey, Heath, you got to go to work.
I'm go.
Good hit, Aiden. Good hit.
Papa, why are you and Dad always running off to work like that?
Well, at Kaler Industrial, we always tell our customers we don't expect their business, we earn their business.
Welcome back to Catamount Football, and Coach Carpenter. Let's talk a little bit about Friday night. Alexander got off to a fast start, great first half, and then we just struggled.
We did, and you know, we've been talking a lot about starting fast, and we came out and we did, you know, and then a couple of negative things happened. Now they got good players too, and good coaches. They made some adjustments and started making some plays, and then when they did, we could just never get it right back together.
Yeah, offensively. We came out and I think kicked a field goal on the opening drive, or scored a touchdown on the opening drive, and we're able to move the ball pretty well in the first half, even without a couple of, with Tyson not playing. That certainly impacted us, and I think a lot in the blocking too. Right? He does such a good job as a blocker. He
does, and you know he's actually got a lot of weight to help him block. You know, the other guys that were in there did well, but they just, even they stick their head in there, they're more of a speed bump.
These guys. Alexander's defense was kind of interesting. They really attacked us hard off the edges. When you watch that game, if you go back and watch the highlights or whatever, you'll see number 21 and I think number 9 or 3, whatever number it was, they really came hard off the edges. What's the defense trying to do when they've got that going on?
Well, they did. They just really kind of put pressure on your quarterback and really force him to kind of step up in the pocket. And when he steps up into the pocket, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them kind of scramble around, and then once you kind of get him outside the pocket, now you've limited the field to where he can throw it.
Sprint out passes have become have always been a big weapon, but it's really been interesting over the years as we've run that as an offense, watching how defenses attack sprint outs. I think years ago we played Hillgrove, and they really did something we hadn't seen before. They looped the linebacker out and just really got after us. And when we were sprinting out Friday night, it seemed like number 21, his sole job was just to absolutely blow up the back and try to turn it, I guess, trying to stop the quarterback?
They do. You're trying to disconnect the quarterback from his receivers. He's got certain reads, and if those reads aren't there, he's going to run it. But now all of a sudden, you've kind of taken out his blocker, and so it's disrupted the timing, it's disrupted his view, and so now he's got to make a choice on what he needs to do.
Kicking game-wise, Friday, we had a snafu on an extra point, but that was really more of just a timing on the whole, right?
It was, and really, Pepe really kicked the ball well. He punted the ball well. You know, we weren't going to kick it to their deep guy. He was good. But they had a guy there in the middle that we wanted to kick to, so we kind of squibbed it to him, got a turnover. So that worked out well. But I was really, really happy with the way Pepe punted the football.
I thought our guys reacting to the onside kick, they got one on us last year, and here they come right after their first score and try it again.
They did. And what I've noticed now is kind of watching more and more of the teams kind of later in the season, almost everybody's doing it. And so you've really got to stay alert, because a lot of times the guys may have not as many up there, or they may leave too early. Everybody's got a different way to do it, and so just everybody's looking for an advantage.
We've done it, 2 or 3 times this year, I guess, right?
We have. You know, we've got a great opportunity with the kickers that we have. They've got all these trick kicks and, you know, all this funny stuff, but they're pretty good at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Stay right here, back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
If you are selling or buying real estate, we are here to help.
Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has been guiding the Dalton community home since 1974.
Please contact the #1 real estate company in Northwest Georgia for all your real estate needs.
All right! Oh yeah, baby!
Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
Board of Dalton would like to recognize our past and present Dalton Public School teachers. 2018, Ms. Risley Lee Dean. 2019, Mr. Freddie Fuentes. 2020, Ms. Riz Teresa Hensley. And 2021 winner, Ms. Riz Jennifer Sumner. Board of Dalton, your hometown Ford dealership. Go Catamounts!
We have known Mark for years, but always assumed switching banks would be such a lengthy and stressful process. However, during the COVID pandemic, First Bank of Dalton was there to help when we needed them.
I'm glad we were here when they needed us and could show them just how easy switching to First Bank of Dalton can really be.
It became clear that our business belonged with Mark and First Bank of Dalton. They go the extra mile for their customers.
Well, going the extra mile is one of our core essentials at First Bank of Dalton. You ready to switch? Let us go the extra mile for you.
At Beautiful Smiles by Design, we are proud of our small town heritage. Located in Dalton and Calhoun, Georgia, we serve our community with pride. We have extended hours, including early and late appointments, plus we are open Saturdays for your convenience. To see more of our amazing transformations, please visit us on www.beautifulsmilesdentistry.com or visit our Instagram page. For all your family and cosmetic dental needs, come to Beautiful Smiles by Design.
Welcome back to Catamount Football. We've got our coaches interview segment. We've got Coach Rickey Hammontree. Coach, welcome to the show.
Good. Glad to be here, Bill.
Let's talk a little bit about your duties with the team, because you're not able to be at practice every day because you're a community coach like me, but you fill a key role. Talk about what you do, especially from Friday to Sunday is really when your big work comes, right?
Yeah, we start the week on Sunday, and go home. I'm watching film, a lot of film. We all do. So each person's got an integral part to where we input information as far as numbers, who people are, formations, run plays, pass plays, what we call routes. That's all week long.
Go back to the numbers thing for a second, because that's really there's some key information in there especially for the defensive game plan, right? Yeah. Talk about what that impact is.
Well, the impact of it is basically we'll try to pick up on certain players as far as hippo, numbers of the hippo.
So that's an H-back.
H-back or a tight end. You'll see patterns as we drop them on the charts. You'll see patterns of running to the strength of a number here or there. and just it's a neat process of Coach Carpenter's decisive plan that he has, and all the stuff that comes in together, and it just all like comes as a picture when we enter everything in the numbers, and like I said, the plays and everything there's so much that goes into it leading up to Friday, and it's you'll find where every team has a pattern, and that's what we're looking for, and to get ready for Friday and look for our patterns and tendencies.
I know on Fridays you're in the press box, so talk about that perspective. That's a different. A lot of people never get the advantage of sitting in the press box and watching the game, and it's certainly a different vantage point from being in the stands.
Right. It's that's the fun part, but a lot of people, it's the best seat in the house to me. It really is. But you're not watching a ball game. You're literally there's three of us up there, offensively and defensively. I do down and distance, personnel, hash. Where Gabe might be doing on the laptop and watching tendencies to the strength or away from the strength. And then, we got watching the backside corner, helping Coach Thompson and Coach Harris out with the DBs. There's a lot of moving parts in a very short span.
I know one thing you guys, especially you talking about personnel, one thing you're watching, you watch the other team's sidelines on Friday night,
yes,
right?
we try to pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah, on signs, and a lot of times we can, and a lot of times we can't.
But even who's coming in the game, or if somebody gets dinged up, you are trying to be cognizant and aware of all that.
Right. Yeah. Even for us and the other team, we'll pick up on spatted ankles. If one's spatted and one's not, then it's a lot of how many Cokes do they drink during the week. We try to pick up on, or how many donuts they'll eat in the morning.
Is their girlfriend mad at them?
That's right. Is their girlfriend mad at them? So there's a lot that goes into it. And it's fun. It's a part of the game. Part of the game. Of course, I love our tradition and our program. That's my favorite part of it. But that's a part I really enjoy. I miss the field, the practice, and my work calls for different now, and so I do as much as possible to be here to help.
So I know you've been in a lot of press boxes over the year. Besides Harmon Field, what's your favorite press box we've been on the road that you've been in
this year,
or just whenever?
In general. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah. Because some are a lot better than others, right? I mean,
I like Carrollton because they had an elevator.
That's nice. That's a good reason. I don't like that.
So Carrollton was nice, and a lot of places we do go to, they were very nice. Rome was very nice.
Yeah.
It was a small and it was quiet. You didn't hear no distract. Sometimes we get feedback through the headset, and you hear something will happen, and you'll hear the crowd roar. But Rome was really like closed in and silent. Air conditioned.
And you want the higher the better, too.
Yes.
I think that's the other thing that people don't realize. If you're got one of those that's down kind of low, it makes it tough to see, right? Because most of the time you got to see all the way across the field to the other
my
team.
favorite is being home. I think we have a great press box. And,
no question. I've spent some time up in our press box and other ones on the road, and I don't think there's any we played up at UTC, which was a college stadium. That was really nice. Yeah. But as far as high school fields go, Harmon Field, to me, has the best press box going, right?
Yes. To me, that's my favorite, being home on our press box.
Absolutely.
It's just comfortable.
Very good. Well, thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate everything you do for Catamount Football.
Thanks, sir.
Stay right here, back with more after these messages.
We're super fired up down here at Cherokee Brewing, getting ready for another football season. Don't forget to come down and check out one of our 24 beers on tap. We got the brewcade going on. Also want to remind you that we do have a drive-thru set up behind the Oakwood Cafe, so you can get your favorite chicken tenders without getting out of the car. Keep an eye out for a concert out at Walnut Hill Farm on the weekends this fall, and also be prepared for our Georgia-grown produce boxes with Gathered Goods. We appreciate all your support, and go teams this year. I hope everybody makes it to the playoffs. Woo!
Hi, I'm Charles R. Hicks Sr.
And I'm Chris Hicks.
And we're the Transformers crew.
With over 40 years of experience from brakes, AC tune-ups, oil changes, and custom rebuilt transmissions, Transformers is your #1 automotive repair source. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility conveniently located here on Sugar Road, and we also offer financing for those unexpected repair needs. So come and check out the real professionals, because we are
Transformers.
Transformers Transmission and Complete Auto Repair Specialist.
Every day brings new challenges. GigLink is helping our community keep pace in this brave new world. New ways to efficiently communicate, new and innovative ways of approaching manufacturing, new ways to explore our dreams and goals. GigLink's lightning fast service provides downloads and uploads up to 10 times faster than traditional internet speeds. Perfect for today's data-intensive environment, giving us all a chance to succeed. Connect with GigLink today.
We're back to Catamount Football, and we continue our coaches interview segment. We got Coach Matt Harris. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right. So this is your first year on the Dalton High football staff. So let's talk a little bit about your background as a teacher and background as a coach, and kind of how you got to Dalton.
So I've spent the last 8 years at Murray. Coached there. I coached football, wrestling, and baseball. Taught math. Transitioning here, I'm doing football, and I think they kind of taught me into golf. But still teaching math, and it's been great. I've enjoyed it.
So I know you're coaching running backs here. So talk a little bit about. I think this is your first year coaching running backs.
It
or
is.
You coach quarterbacks at Murray, right?
Yes, yes.
So talk about becoming a running back coach and the approach you've taken to that, and the guys you're working with.
Well, it's definitely a lot different than coaching quarterbacks. So it has been a transition, but we do have a great offensive staff, and those guys are willing to help anytime I ever need anything with drills or certain aspects of the game. So it's been a good transition. Definitely different, but I know the Dalton tradition has been running back, so it's kind of a great deal to be a part of that.
Yeah, talk about the guys that you're working with.
So Tyson Tyson and Journey are our two main running backs. They present two completely different aspects to the game. Tyson's more of a blocker and a downhill power runner, where Journey is the speed. Love to get him out on the edge and inside zone plays, or like you've said several times, they're built for him. This week with Tyson being out, we've had Luke Blanchard coming back there to help,
and he brings a whole little different.
And he's the speed like Journey, but he's a little smaller package. So it's definitely a diverse group, but they're great to work with.
Yeah. So they seem to have responded well, and you seem to have developed a relationship with them this year. I've watched you guys on the field. Talk about that, how important that is as a coach to develop a relationship with your players.
Well, I think anytime a kid respects you and like you said, build a relationship, it's easier to kind of get onto them when you have to. And that's one great thing with both Tyson and Journey is, if they're doing something wrong, we can get at them, we can yell at them, and they respond to it. I'm sure they don't like it, but they know that we have the best interests for them. Yeah. So that relationship definitely helps with getting on them.
Talk about your role at the high school. You have I think stepped into a big job in the classroom as well, right?
I am. I teach AP Calculus and AP Statistics. So that's got its own challenges. It's very time consuming with those AP courses. But the classes are fun to teach. The kids are great. So it's been good in the classroom as well.
Yeah, I never liked math, so how you guys manage all that. So finally, let's talk about your family life. You and I have a connection there. So update us on your family and what's going on with those folks, those people.
So we have two girls, Landon and Peyton. Landon will be 4 in December, and Peyton just turned 1.
You're married to Hannah, my daughter.
Obviously, you're my father-in-law, married to your daughter Hannah. Their basketball season's about to get started here at the end of October. So as soon as we finish up, they're getting started. So it's
touch on having a coaching family. I mean, because Hannah gets busy with being the head girls basketball coach, and you've got football, and you're going to roll into golf, or when you're at Murray, you had football and baseball. Talk about the time and how you guys juggle that schedule.
It's definitely time consuming with all the sports. It doesn't matter at this time or this age. It doesn't matter what sport it is. They're all time consuming. But it is good having a wife that does coach, and with all the time that goes into football over the summer, during throughout the week, even outside of practice, watching film on Sundays. And then same when it comes to her, the games every week, Saturday games, practice early, late, never knowing. So having the coaching family and both of us doing the same thing, very understanding both ways, and we both know the time that it's required to do our job.
Yep. And your people come over to our house quite often.
And they do.
We're glad to have them.
They do come over to your house quite a bit.
All right. Thanks for everything you do. We appreciate your work with the football team.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Stay right here, back with more in just a minute.
Buy from the pros who know at Proformance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Proformance Sports Academy. ProformanceSportsAcademy.com.
Dalton Fire Protection, Industrial Life Safety, and Commercial Security Experts. Fire sprinklers, fire extinguishers, fire alarm systems, clean agent suppression systems, backflow devices. Go Catamounts. ASA, the Life Safety Company.
Dad, look, I found a lost puppy.
Well, I'm not lost exactly, but hey, are you planting that tree? Wait, where are the flags? The paint? Didn't you contact 811?
I've dug here before, it's fine.
Contacting 811 to have all underground utilities marked is the law, and it protects us all. Here, let me borrow your cell phone.
Dogs don't use cell phones.
Humans shouldn't dig before contacting 811. I mean, woof.
Online or on the phone, contact 811 at least 2 business days before any digging project. Brought to you by Georgia 811.
Can we keep them?
The 2021 Dalton High School Homecoming Queen is Miss Emma Ferguson. Emma is a member of the varsity tennis team. She is executive secretary for student council. She enjoys volunteering at the Humane Society and spending time with friends and family. Your homecoming queen, Miss Emma Ferguson. Let's give all these ladies a round of applause. And go Big Red.
All right, we are recognizing some of our homecoming winners down here as they're getting ready to announce the Spirit Stick, the winner.
With a score of 1,840 points, the winner of the Spirit Stick is the senior class. Congratulations. Thank you to all that participated.
The senior class of 2022 has just won the Spirit Stick.
Every community has challenges.
But where others see challenges,
we see opportunities.
Opportunities to harness the pride
and strengths of Whitfield and Murray counties.
To fight
for the education, basic needs,
and health of every person
in our local community.
We are the hand raisers,
game changers,
and the problem solvers.
United,
we can create a community where
everyone
is part of something bigger than themselves.
Be inclusive.
Be bold.
Be kind.
Live united.
Thank you.
54 years. How did we get here? It's that we made meaningful relationships and helped so many people along the way. And that is the measure of a man.
AFG has a new look and a new downtown location. Still the same great service you've come to expect for the last 50 years. Providing health insurance for employers, individuals, and seniors. Come enroll with us and go Big Red.
Well, homecoming game had a late arriving, but a pretty good crowd by the time they all got there.
They did. It was a great crowd. You know, they started, you know, we come out and you play well, it certainly gets the crowd involved. Yes. You know, and they stayed involved. It was really exciting.
Busting through the sign there.
Yeah, that's good. It's such a big time, you know, to come out.
Yes.
With straw hats, you know, there's a lot of tradition even in our band.
Sure is. These guys work hard too. We were up there practicing with them, and they get after him. That band, she got them going. So here we come up with the ball in the first possession, and great throw right there to Luke. See him scooting down the field. So that's a I think that was the second play of the game.
It is, and Luke had a big night, you know, and certainly does so many things for us over the years. And it was good to see him have, you know, kind of night that he had.
Good job by Journey in there battling with that edge rusher right there, keeping him off Brady. See here, good read.
Yeah, Brady's done a really good job of running the football, and when you've got a true run threat at quarterback, it makes it so much more difficult.
It really does. It helps the lineman too when it comes to pass protection. There's Karim he is consistent every week.
He does. He's doing what he does.
Yep.
Another wide open right here. Great throw, great catch, great protection, man.
Good,
that's
good awareness where he was too. And you see him peek down and you'll see the replay here. Watch him. He's checking to see where his feet are. Make sure he's in bounds. That's a good job by him. I know Brandon can give us a replay here in a second. There's the student section getting all excited.
You know, the student section has really been great this entire season.
They
you know, they've really done a great job.
Watch him right here. Got to peek down, make sure his feet are in. Good job.
That's good.
Yep. Well executed play. So that gets us off to a good start. We had a little fumble on the extra point, but up 6-0.
You know, defensively, we really came out and did well. You know, we held them to a field goal. Guys are getting in there doing what they're coached to do. You know, Dylan's come on and really played well for us right there. He's coming in, great slant. He's really able to play. There's Rockwez Washington kind of filling in for some of the injured guys. Did a great job. You know, they came out and then they kicked the field goal. It's been a long time since we held somebody to a field goal.
That's right. Yeah, for as much rain, there's the attempted onside kick after their first score. Our guys do a good job of catching it. I was going to say the field held up really well. I was concerned when we first got there, but it really did well. I mean, we didn't have any issues.
No, we didn't. You know, still a little bit soft in the middle, and it held up. But even right there, with it being as soft as it was, that didn't get the roller that they thought they were going to get.
That's a good point.
Coach Cole had been working with the guys all week on not leaving early. He had them well prepared, and they were looking for it.
Good job.
Was it stick man? Yeah.
Yep.
It's a great job right there, being aware.
So we get the ball back in great field position. Throw to Warner out there. Good blocking. Look at Luke and Krim out there blocking.
Oh yeah. Now Warner's done a great job he's really catching the balls that are thrown to him. Now he's getting the ball. He's making positive plays. You know, and that's another one of the things that Krim does so well as a blocker.
Yes.
He really does a great job of blocking.
People don't realize how important that is for a wide receiver to be a good blocker too. It really makes
it makes a world of difference.
It turns a 15-yard run into a 40-yard run.
Oh yeah.
There's Brady on a quarterback read. Good job of pulling it and taking off down the field for about a 15, 20-yard gain right there.
That's a great job. Great play call at that time. You know, expected him to be in some things, and he kind of worked out.
Mm-hmm. Good catch. Nice job of putting the ball where only Karim can get it. Had a little leakage there on the pass protection. Good job he got that ball out quickly.
Right. Yeah, he's getting pretty good at getting it out there
That's
quick,
right.
you know. It's a great job right here. You know, Luke's daddy was a tremendous running back.
I did not know that.
He did, yeah. He ran the ball over Southeast. I want to think 1,000-yard rusher.
Oh, wow.
But that's back when nobody did anything but run the ball,
That's
so
right.
nothing else to do. But no, he did a great job.
Lined up with a field goal there.
Right, this number 34 is kind of a big defensive tackle for him. They had him in the middle, but our guys go down there and kind of wrestle the ball away from him. We turn around and get the ball back. You know, there's a lot of excitement generated when that kind of thing happens.
Absolutely. That got the sidelines jazzed up. We were sitting over there looking at the last possession where the offensive, on those chairs where the offensive line sits, all of a sudden they start screaming, offense, offense. It's a great feeling when you hear them start yelling for us to come back out.
Oh, yeah, that's good. You know, it's much better than hearing defense.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's great, man. It's really excited for them.
Good field level shot. There's Luke doing some dodging and weaving. That was close right there on the – good job on the sprint out protection.
It is. He had plenty of time. It was a great job, a great catch by Journey right there.
The perspective from him jumping up on the sidelines, I mean, he skied up catching that football.
Well, listen, that's because there's a crown on the field.
That's
if
true.
this had been a flat field, he wouldn't have had to jump.
That's right. He wouldn't have had to jump like that. You're right.
And so he did a great job, great concentration.
If it had been the crown that you and I played with, it had been over his head.
Oh, without a doubt.
That's another good job. Luke gets his helmet pulled off.
Yes, and now, you know, anytime a helmet comes off, it's immediately dead.
You know, it's a penalty in college or college or NFL if you continue to play without your helmet. They flag the player.
I could see why.
Yeah.
I mean, you see him right there. It didn't slow him down.
No, he wasn't going to quit.
No.
I was hoping he'd score without his hat.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah. There's power. Good job by Striker Woods leading up. And Charlie getting a little push.
You know what? That really should probably be Charlie's touchdown. I think Charlie had a hold of the ball.
Give him some credit for that.
Yes.
Yeah. At least half of them. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, give him 3.5.
Give him three of the points that go with it. See a field level shot here. Good job. Good surge by the guys up front. I like the excitement.
It is. It's really, really exciting. There's a little ball guy. You know, they work themselves to death.
They
all
do.
Over
They are sweating. They're wet by the end of the game from all the running they do. So 15-3.
It's really a great, just a great start to the game. Again, we try to squib it down there. We want to try to get as far down there as we can. So it kind of worked out for us. So right here, we played a lot of man coverage that we don't typically play, and that allowed us to flush the guy out, to take care of some things. And, you know, we've got great skill guys that not only do a good job of playing offense, but you'll see Kareem in here. You know, we bust the coverage right there. Yeah. When you run man, it kind of you're subject to that, and kind of happens. And so they're able to pull within 6.
Come back on offense. Good throw right there, a little out to Luke. But ended up having to kick.
Big punt here. You know, you get so nervous when he kicks it to the guy, but, you know, they've still got to handle the ball and catch it, and that's one of the advantages of trying to kick it to him. But
we almost had that one too.
Yeah. There's another little bust in the coverage. One switched and the other one didn't. It's just one of the things when you're playing with a young secondary that you get caught up in.
Yep. Oh, Brady was about to throw the RPO there, and the ball just fell out of his darn hand. But nice job of picking it up and picking up a couple of yards.
He did, and that's one of the things of the importance of a dry ball. You know? So I think we actually called timeout right after that so we could get a drier ball in the game.
Yep.
Great kick, good hustle down the field. Okay, and these are one of the things that we worked hard to eliminate. They did a big screen team, and we worked hard to eliminate the screens, and we were able to eliminate the screens. But to doing that sets you up for stuff like this, where they're going to really just try to run the ball. And
yeah.
so, you know, until you can get one or the other stopped. And Stickman here, he's come on and he's one of the kids that has demonstrated in practice that he should be on the field.
Yes.
And the way he demonstrated it, and it carries right over to the game.
Yep. Yeah, he's really come on in practice and done a good job. He did just the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yep.
The change and whatever got him motivated and going has been really noticeable. It's been great to see too.
It has, and you know that's what earns you playing time.
That's right. Got to do it in practice. Get the chance to do it in the game.
That's exactly right.
Little shallow screen right there. Good job by Journey, just being slippery and picking up some nice yardage. See a replay of it here.
We're starting to see a lot more and more of those kind of shallow screens coming because everybody's kind of locked up in man and really kind of rushing up the field.
Yep.
There's Warner doing the same thing.
I think the first time we started throwing those was with Coach Nape. Loved to throw them to Zeke.
Yeah. Certainly a good receiver to throw
about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, that was it.
Yeah.
Just let him run. Let's see, a twist. Great throw.
Great route, just
catch.
a little separation. Yeah, separation, he catches it on the run. Man, that's great.
Big play right there. That was a big answer for us, for our team. Get back within 2 points. Right here.
Yeah, it was great read. It's really a great throw.
Mm-hmm. Let him put it out there and he could run to it.
You know, it's not very often a high school kid completes that pass.
No, that's a tough one.
Pepe kicking again, making it.
So it makes it 24-22.
Drive down, you know, you set up to kind of stop one thing, it opens you up for the other things.
Yep.
And you know, they did a good job of kind of changing their play call there at the line to kind of put us at a disadvantage. But right there before the half, it's kind of disappointing. But, you know, we come in, but we're not in bad shape. You know, we come in at the halftime, talk to them, make a few adjustments, and really get on them about doing their job.
That's right. Get ready for the second half.
Direct Packaging is your complete one-stop packaging supplier of choice. In addition to being the largest in-stock packaging and adhesive supplier in North Georgia, Direct Packaging also manufactures boxes while adhering to the same service standards our customers have come to expect. With over 170,000 square feet of packaging and specialty films, boxes, and adhesives, we are the leader for packaging supplies. Direct Packaging is committed to our customers. We have a dedicated fleet ready to serve you. We pride ourselves in being able to deliver upon receipt in a 60-mile radius within a 4-hour window. Our friendly staff is very knowledgeable and willing to help in any way that we can. With years of experience in the packaging industry, we can find the right product that suits your packaging needs. Direct Packaging also believes in supporting our community. We proudly serve by giving back to local organizations that make the Dalton area such a great place to live. Proud of the work we do, dedicated to the customers we serve. Direct Packaging, your largest single-source packaging distributor manufacturer in North Georgia. Contact us today.
Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
If you are selling or buying real estate, we are here to help.
Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has been guiding the Dalton community home since 1974.
Please contact the #1 real estate company in Northwest Georgia for all your real estate needs.
Board of Dalton would like to recognize our past and present Dalton Public School teachers. 2018 Ms. Risley Lee Dean, 2019 Mr. Freddie Fuentes, 2020 Ms. Teresa Hensley, and 2021 winner Ms. Jennifer Sumner. Board of Dalton, your hometown Ford dealership. Go Catamounts!
At Beautiful Smiles by Design, we are proud of our small town heritage. Located in Dalton and Calhoun, Georgia, we serve our community with pride. We have extended hours, including early and late appointments, plus we are open Saturdays for your convenience. To see more of our amazing transformations, please visit us on www.beautifulsmilesdentistry.com or visit our Instagram page. For all your family and cosmetic dental needs, come to Beautiful Smiles by Design.
There's the homecoming court.
Yeah, you know, it's always an exciting time for anybody.
Right.
You
Big
know,
night for those young ladies, huh?
It is. You know, come out first play of series. They trade their guy over and really block it perfectly. You know, it's kind of a great call for what we had called and called us. and you know, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, just like the slant one direction and they go the other. I mean, just.
And they had it scouted well, and so they.
This is tough right here. I mean, have that score and then come out right away and
then
have
run
a
it
tip
for another
ball for
touchdown.
a pick. Yep, and run for another touchdown.
You know, and so we get misaligned right there, and they take advantage of it again.
So that was 21 points in just a few minutes of action, unfortunately.
You know, and this is where our kids have got to start toughening up. You know, when things start going south, stop worrying about what's going on and get out there and get back to work.
Very close to a big play right there. You're exactly right. You hang your head, it's going to make it get worse, and you can't do that.
That's right. So now we kind of set up to stop the run, and that opened us up for the screens. You know, because we kind of are who we are, we have to structurally commit. It's great. You know, this is one of the things that Kareem does such a good job at, is really his open field tackling. You know, he missed it there, but all in all, he is really a great open field tackler.
Get the ball back, but end up having to kick.
That's dangerous, dangerous, dangerous.
That is
Picking it up at
dangerous.
the end. You know, they come in there, kind of blow our guy out and run it right on around the edge.
Into the fourth quarter now, there's Parker McClurgy at quarterback. Good throw to Kareem for a first down.
Yeah, so we held them, and they punted it back to us. You know, hoping something special was going to happen here. This is Bubba. You know, Bubba's a good little athlete for us. I think he's just a sophomore. He'll be coming back. He plays both offense, defense, does a good job.
There's the end of the game, and unfortunately on the wrong side, but be back to try again against Douglas County, right?
Yep.
We're super fired up down here at Cherokee Brewing, getting ready for another football season. Don't forget to come down and check out one of our 24 beers on tap. We got the brewcade going on. Also want to remind you that we do have a drive-through set up behind the Oakwood Cafe, so you can get your favorite chicken tenders without getting out of the car. Keep an eye out for a concert out at Walnut Hill Farm on the weekends this fall, and also be prepared for our Georgia-grown produce boxes with gathered goods. We appreciate all your support, and go teams this year. I hope everybody makes it to the playoffs. Woo!
Hi, I'm Charles R. Hicks Sr.
And I'm Chris Hicks.
And we're the Transformers crew.
With over 40 years of experience from brakes, AC tune-ups, oil changes, and custom rebuilt transmissions, Transformers is your #1 automotive repair source. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility conveniently located here on Sugar Road, and we also offer financing for those unexpected repair needs. So come and check out the real professionals, because we are
Transformers.
Transformers Transmission and Complete Auto Repair Specialist.
Taylor Industrial Sales after hours service. This is Raymond. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, sure can. We can meet you in about 15 minutes. Does that work? Hey, Heath, you got to go to work.
I'm go.
Good hit, Aiden. Good hit.
Papa, why are you and Dad always running off to work like that?
Well, at Taylor Industrial, we always tell our customers we don't expect their business, we earn their business.
Every day brings new challenges. GigLink is helping our community keep pace in this brave new world. New ways to efficiently communicate, new and innovative ways of approaching manufacturing, new ways to explore our dreams and goals. GigLink's lightning fast service provides downloads and uploads up to 10 times faster than traditional internet speeds. Perfect for today's data-intensive environment, giving us all a chance to succeed. Connect with GigLink today.
All right, Coach, let's talk a little bit about Douglas County. We make the trip down there. We went down there in 2017.
Yeah, Yeah, maybe
for
2017.
a playoff game.
We did. Yeah, and at that time, you know, our current superintendent was working there, but they were doing some construction down there, and looking at it on film now, it looks to be done. Stadium looks really, really nice. Great looking press box. Stands are nice.
Yeah,
So
it's a good road trip for our fans.
It is. It'll be great.
Douglas County came here last year, and they had a legitimate college front on their defense. They had a kid that went to Georgia, one that went to Georgia Tech, one that went to Richmond or somewhere like that, and another one that was an underclassman. Now, I'm looking at them on film now. They're good, but they're not.
They're not. Yeah,
they're not like that, right?
But they had a great linebacker last year, and you know, he's back. He's just a junior, and really, he's a tremendous player. You know, they're able to set up with 4 guys, 4-man front with just one linebacker in there because he's that good.
Yeah, and they just say, we're going to stop you run, and then the rest of the guys are playing pass, right?
Yes.
How about offensively? What do you see from them on that side of the ball?
It's about the same that everybody's doing. You see a little bit more split back. You know, they're still in the gun, but rather than having a guy up as a hippo blocker or H-back, they've got 2 running backs side by side on the quarterback. They'll still run doubles and trips. You know, about everybody has the same thing.
Offensive line-wise, they got some big guys I saw.
They got them. You know, it'll be big news when we play somebody that does not have very big linemen.
It doesn't have 300-pounders, right?
That's exactly right.
How about their kicking game? What do you see from that?
Now, their kicking game's a little bit suspect. They've missed a ton of extra points. Even back in 2017, they ran a little fake punt, and they're still doing that now. And they do it at opportune times, and they've got, you know, obviously got tremendous speed. And so those are some of the things that we've got to look out for.
What will the schedule be on Friday? This is probably one of the further road trips that we'll take this season. What's kind of the travel plans?
You know, we'll get out. We always want to arrive about 5:30 at an away game, so that gives us a consistent amount of time. Because as coaches, we still have duties once we get there, and we want to be able to walk through. We don't want to have to hustle down there. And so we'll get out probably an hour or so early so that we can get our stuff together and get down there on time.
Yeah, so leave here probably around
3
o'clock. Yeah. So that should put us down there in time.
It does, and you know, we've got to go through 92 and all that traffic area.
Right.
And you know, although it's a long way away, it's even worse when there's traffic.
Absolutely. Very good. Stay here, back with more after these messages.
Ford of Dalton, home of the Power Buy, has been voted the best place to buy a new car, the best place to buy a new truck, and the best place to buy a used truck. Ford of Dalton, your hometown Ford dealership. Go Catamounts!
Dalton's fire protection, industrial life safety, and commercial security experts. Fire sprinklers, fire extinguishers, fire alarm systems, clean agent suppression systems, backflow devices. Go Catamounts. ASA, the life safety company.
54 years. How did we get here? It's that we made meaningful relationships and helped so many people along the way. And that is the measure of a man.
AFG has a new look and a new downtown location. Still the same great service you've come to expect for the last 50 years. Providing health insurance for employers, individuals, and seniors. Come enroll with us and go Big Red.
From the pros who know at Proformance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Proformance Sports Academy. ProformanceSportsAcademy.com.
If you are selling or buying real estate, we are here to help.
Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has been guiding the Dalton community home since 1974.
Please contact the #1 real estate company in Northwest Georgia for all your real estate needs.
Oh yeah, baby!
Hey folks, Jason Denson, Ford of Dalton, North Georgia's fastest growing dealership and home of the Power Buy. Our new Ford vehicles come with Ford of Dalton's exclusive 10-year, 150,000-mile powertrain warranty at no cost to you. FordofDalton.com. Hope to see you soon.
All right, Coach, we come to the final segment here, and one of the things, if you're a fan of high school football, one of the things that has been a lot of noise around this past week has been the beginnings of the reclassification process. Talk about that a little bit, how it works and what's going on and kind of the time frame and what they do things, because there's been some confusion. Is it 2 years, 4 years, that kind of thing?
Well, they reclassify everybody every 2 years. It's based on your population of your high school or whatever school is in the classification. They do it based on your FTE. Your FTE is where you get
full-time enrollment, right?
That's right. It's where you get your money from the government.
Okay.
And so everybody wants a lot of FTE, so they get a lot of money.
Right.
On the flip side of that, the bigger your FTE is, the higher classification that you go to. And over the years, you see people, up and down, depending on what's going on inside their district. But one of the new things that they've done that's trying to kind of balance a perceived advantage that maybe city schools have, and certainly some of the private schools have, is the number of kids that attend your school that live out of your district, which means for us would be Dalton City. If you lived outside of Dalton City and you attended Dalton High School, you would be considered an out-of-zone student.
Tuition kid.
A tuition kid, or out-of-district kid. Well, the GHSA, on the last cycle, every one of those kids counted twice. Well, they just recently passed a rule that's going to count them 3 times. And so if you had 100 out-of-district students, you would be counted as 300 kids towards your enrollment.
So explain a little bit. People are wondering why. Why do you even count them more than once? Why is it 2? Why is it 3? What's been some of the genesis of that debate and that discussion?
Well, a lot of that comes from the private schools. So they're able to go out and get, if they need big linemen, they can go out and find them some big linemen and bring them in. And so a lot of private schools have a lot of out-of-district kids. And so they're saying, hey, because they can get kids that may not live in the district to come in and play for them, that they have a perceived advantage. Now, they just didn't dream this up. When you go back and you look at the state championships and runner-ups, by far and large, and the numbers really, really staggering when you look at the number of private schools that dominate.
Right, it's not a perceived advantage. It's a real advantage.
It's a real advantage. But it's in every sport. I mean, there's 50 or 60 state championships that have been won by private schools. Now, it was so much of an issue in single A that they've already split the public and private. And so when they have their state playoffs, they have a public tournament and a private tournament. And so now they're trying to you just keep this going through up the AA, AAA, all the way up. So what the GHSA does is gets a list of all the schools that are playing football, and they will take the top 15% and bottom 15%, it's around 47 kids, and put them in 7A and then down in single A, and then they take everybody that's left and kind of divide it up among the other classification. It's somewhere around 55, 56 people in each classification. So towards the end of October, the GHSA will get the numbers. They'll rank everybody, according to their enrollment. They'll put them in different classifications. They'll post that. Now, at that point, you have the opportunity to appeal, saying, you know what, we don't feel like we need to be here. We need to be able to go down.
And there's several grounds for appeal, right? There's an isolation rule.
Yeah, that'll come into play kind of in the region.
Yeah.
But as you talk about just the straight A's, single A, double A, they can appeal to say, hey, the only way that they've said that you can appeal would be if you have a magnet school.
Okay.
It kind of gets in there, and I'm sure they'll have more appeals than that. But basically, you've got to make a case for why you don't deserve to be in the classification you've been ranked at. On the other side of that, let's say you wanted to play up, and a lot of the Atlanta schools want to play up because that's where all their local people
that's
are.
That's a more geographic decision. Or South Georgia will choose to play up sometimes.
Right, a lot of times they will.
Yeah.
And so all of that will go through, and they'll set that by about January or so. Once they get in January and the classifications are set, that's when they go into regional alignments.
Okay.
At that point, you can come in and say, hey, you know, we'd rather be in this region or that region,
Right.
and so it's kind of a lateral thing.
Now we've been 6A now for 8 years.
Yeah,
right?
maybe.
So,
Yeah.
too long, whatever it's been.
Yeah, a long time.
So talk about the expectations for where you think, and it's all projections. We don't know yet, but where you guys think we're going to land.
You know, we should run, you know, solidly in 5A based on the number of kids that we have now going to the TDA. Also, the number of freshmen that we expect to be able to come with us. And so that should put us right around in kind of in the solid in the 5A, just, you know, from our guessing. You know, a lot of the, I think almost all of the guys in our region are going to be up in probably 7. I mean, they've got 250, 300.
Right.
I think Carrollton has 540 something out of district kids.
Wow.
We have 66. And so, you know, I don't know the perceived advantage of city schools, but we're certainly not here.
Well, the hope for us is just a tighter geography, right? I mean, we don't really care who we play.
Right.
We just want a tighter, more realistic
travel
geography.
And travel would be better. And you know, while travel is difficult for us, we do it once a week. But it's
Right.
the minor sports, the kids that are going 3 days a week. You know, you may have to go to Alexander, Douglas County in the same week.
Yeah.
That's a long drive.
Absolutely.
I want to be on a Monday night, Tuesday night, and turn around and have to get back to school the next day. That's tough.
Well, that's exciting. I know we'll all be watching that to see what happens as it plays out over the next few months. But looking forward to maybe dropping down a classification. That'll be good news.
Yes.
All right. Got an open week coming up, and then travel down to Douglas County.
And so with our open week, we're going to take a little bit of time off, and you know, and really get back and just focus on our fundamentals and enjoy the time.
Very good. We'll be back next week, same cat time, same cat channel.